Sorry guys, I'm reading some of these comments instead of Facebook, and it's making me laugh a little bit. 783, boom, 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 783. All right, guys, I forgot what I was going to say. Prove your work. Prove your work. Prove it. Prove it. How many of you guys are proving your work? Come on. How many of you guys are proving your work to your customers? Prove your work. How many of you guys are doing this to your customers? I'm not talking about case studies. How many of you guys are proving your work? One person said, hey, you mentioned free visibility reports in the first webinar to gain a customer. How do we get those? There's tons of tools online. We're actually building a couple, which I'm not really supposed to say. Carl's probably going to get mad at me. But yeah, I mean, you can use some reporting softwares to go and scrape a website and tell them what's wrong with it. Prove your work. Let's say you do something. You know, our team, they'll go out and they'll spend 3 hours on optimizing a Facebook campaign. I'm just going to give you an example. Okay? They go and they spend 3 hours. And then let's just say you don't notify the customer. You do it again next week. You spend another 3 hours. Okay? Then you do it again next week. You spend another 3 hours. And 30 days goes by, and you spend 10 hours, as an example, optimizing the client's Facebook campaign. But you didn't speak to them for 30 days. The client's not going to know that you worked 10 hours. Prove the work that you did. Okay? And we do that through our activity feed. So inside of our actual DashClicks platform, every time our team touches an account, they go into the activity feed and they submit exactly what they did in the task that was done, and the client gets a white labeled email notification letting them know exactly what was done. Sometimes they'll get 3 or 4 emails a day. Sometimes they'll get 3 or 4 in a week. But at least they know every time their campaign is being touched. Boom, check mark here. Boom, this was done here. Boom, we did this today. Boom, we're going to be doing this. Boom, we did this. Hey, wouldn't it be cool? Like if you were, like look at Amazon as an example. Look at Uber Eats as an example. You know why I order Uber Eats and I love Uber Eats? Because when I order, I can watch that freaking car drive to my house. How cool is that? You can literally track and you can literally watch the car drive all the way up to your house. Okay? People like that. People like to know what's going on. Okay? Prove the work that you're doing. Be like Uber. Be like Amazon. Be transparent with your customers. Prove it. You're doing the work already. Just prove it. Okay? And if you're using DashClicks, we'll prove that shit for you. So don't even worry about it. Just drop them into DashClicks. We'll prove it for you. No problem. No problem. Does anybody agree with me? 393 if you agree with me. Damien said accountability. Yeah, 100%. Who agrees with me? Who agrees with me? We're going to go into the next one. $393, if you agree. 393. 393. Okay. Ooh. Now we're getting into a scary topic here. Who's ready for it? Who's ever actually opened a report and went over the raw numbers and metrics with your client before without being scared, even if the campaign is doing completely horrible? Who's ever done this? Drop a yes if you've done this before. If you've actually taken the raw numbers from a campaign and have shown them to your customers. Who's done this before? Nobody's done it before? Looks like I'm in the right crowd here. I'm about to teach you guys something. What do you think this does? What do you think all this does? What do you think these things are here? All these KPIs and metrics? Guys, these are the raw numbers. This is what your client should be seeing because they're spending their hard-earned money running a campaign with you guys. They need to know exactly what's going on, okay? And if something's not working good, it's okay. It can be fixed. We can optimize it. We can make it better. But if a campaign is not doing good, let the customer know that it's not doing good and tell them why it's not doing good. That's what we did. I mean, we had a campaign that we launched, I think, like a month ago. Okay, we launched a campaign, and the website was not converting. We were running Facebook ads, and we were getting clicks for like 50 cents. Boom. Sending tons of clicks to the website. 0 sales. 2 weeks later, 0 sales. It's not good, right? So what do you think we did? We installed video tracking on the actual website using Hotjar. Okay? We recorded screen sessions of people on the actual website. We zipped up like 100 different screen sessions of people moving and doing stuff on the website. We zipped it up in a file. We sent it over. And we said, hey, it's not the campaign that's not performing, it's your website. And I did some screen recordings of people going on your website, moving around on the website. And you can see exactly what's happening. It's not converting. We're getting people who are interested to your website, which is our job, but your website is not converting them. It's not actually making the sales. And this is why. So if we want to make the campaign better, let's make some quick adjustments to your website. We can see here that the shopping cart button is not in the main menu. Okay? We can see here that for some reason the description is overlaying on top of your image. Okay? I can see here that this one person tried to check out and use a coupon code, and that coupon code is invalid. Okay? There's so many different reasons why. So if you take the time out of your day to find that out, which we do for you at DashClicks, then you can actually go to your customer and say, yeah, we know your campaign's not performing well. We already know that. But this is what we're going to do to fix it. Okay? So you need to find a solution to the actual problem. If you can't find the solutions to the problem, then your customers are just going to cancel. You're just wasting time. Okay? You're wasting your time. Does everybody agree with me on that? Does that make any sense to you guys? Okay? Can you drop a 933 if that, if that makes sense? Carlos, you know what I'm going to do? I think at the end of this, I'm going to give away swag bag to whoever can add up all the numbers that they're dropping in. Some of them are already going to start with their calculator. You can get the calculator out and start calculating. No, guys, for real. Like, I mean, it makes sense, right? I'm not the crazy one here, right? It makes sense that if your customer's paying for something, they kind of want to know what's going on. They want to be in the loop, right? I mean, it makes sense, okay? Give them the raw numbers. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, okay? It's marketing, guys. You got to be transparent. You got to be open with your customers. You're taking people's hard-earned money. You need to make sure that if the campaign's not running well, you tell them why it's not and you fix it, man. Okay? You tell them why and you fix it. Next one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What I got next on my list? Oh. All right. Who's ready for the drawing game? Who's ready for the drawing game? Who knows what this is? Who knows what that is? Philip said it's a riot. It's a road. It's a road. Okay, it's a road. Who knows what that is? Who knows what that is? I know I'm not the best drawer, but who knows what that is? This is your competitors, and this is you. Guys, you need to make sure, especially in this marketing industry where shit is changing daily, weekly, yearly, you need to always make sure that you are ahead of the game. You need to make sure that you are at the end of the road, driving past everybody, wiping through your competitors, okay? And how do you do that? How do you always have that forward momentum? How do you know what's changing in the industry? Because there's things that are like, for every service, there's shit changing every day. There's stuff changing every single day for some services, right? How many algorithm updates does Google do on a yearly basis that messes up the entire SEO campaign, right? So once you were running an SEO campaign last week, and now all of the things that you were doing last week don't work anymore. You got to rechange up your strategy. Uh-oh. What about Facebook? launching new policies and updates of certain industries they can't run ads anymore for, and you were already running ads for that person. What are you going to do now? Right? Stuff is always changing, guys. We are in 2019. It's always changing. It's going to continue changing. It's only going to get faster. Okay? You need to make sure that you're flying by your competitors. Okay? And you know what? I'm happy for you guys because you're in the right place. You're in DashClicks. So our team knows everything that's happening in the industry, guys. We do all the research for you. So every time something changes, boom, Google launches an algorithm update. We already know about that like a month. We knew that that was happening last month. We read tons of articles about it. We knew it was coming. We already changed our whole strategy. So when that shit launched that day, when they launched that algorithm update, our whole team was already changed. All the tasks in the system, everything was already changed. We know. We know it's happening. Right? When Facebook is launching a new update in a month from now, changing the policies on running campaigns for certain industries, we know it's happening. We go back to those industries and restructure a new campaign for them or a new strategy. Right? Always be ahead of the game. Always, guys. That's how you make it in life. You always stay ahead of your competition, stay ahead of the game. Okay, guys? Our team is fully aware of what's happening in this industry. Okay? We know every single in and out. Okay? Not only that, but these trainings that I'm doing for you guys, Carlos, hit the GoPro really quick. Guys, these trainings that I'm doing for you guys, I don't do it just for you guys. Okay? I do it for my team too. I'll bring a whole department here. I'll bring all the people in the Facebook department, and I'll line them up right here in front of me. If you guys have seen me on Instagram, you've seen sometimes I went live. I've done some, I've showed you guys behind the scenes of what's going on in the agency. I bring my whole Facebook department in here. I'll bring my team leaders in here. Okay? I'll bring everybody in here in one room, and I'll say, this is what's going on with Facebook, guys. This is what's happening. These are all the new updates that are happening, and this is the things that we need to do to fix it. Okay? And I'll get my operations manager to redo the task system to make sure that we're following up with the new protocols and the new updates. I know Google's launching a new algorithm update in 2.5 months. I'll get my entire Facebook team in here. I'll get my content writers in here. I'll get my web developers in here. And I'll say, hey guys, using meta keywords inside of your SEO campaigns doesn't work anymore. We shouldn't be using it or wasting our time on it. We should be focusing on doing schema markup. We should be focusing on writing good quality content, right? Guys, stay ahead of the game. That's how you win, okay? You have to always be on top, okay? So I do this every single day. Home, I don't just sit and watch TV, honestly, guys. I watch YouTube videos. I read articles on, all these big platforms. Social Media Examiner is a good one. Whatever, all the Moz, right? They have all these, updates and blogs and stuff that's happening in the industries. Read up, know what's going on. Because when your customer asks you a question, you'll be able to know how to answer them, okay? And you can give them a knowledgeable answer, and that's how you keep your customers. Okay, guys? Does anybody agree with me? Drop a 933 if you agree with me. 933 if you agree with me. All right, let's go P&P. Oh, this is a big one. Some of you might cry. Some of you babies out there might cry about this one. I don't know if you're ready.